Whew. Hey everybody, it's your favorite bearded guy named Ahmad, I guess. I don't know how many bearded people named Ahmad you know, but in the last few months, I've been getting some questions about like, hey, what would you recommend for this charger? What would you recommend I do to my EV6? I figured what I would do is put together a quick list of things that I recommend that you buy, regardless of if you're into modifying looks or not. So these are things that I think will help your EV ownership, but also things that will just make your life a lot easier in general with purchasing an EV6, maybe even an EV9 for some instances, as well as maybe some other EVs or cars in general. So I have a small list. I'm going to look through here, and to make this more entertaining, so I'm not just talking at you, I have a massive amount of these little tuner stickers that I got for a baby shower that we did. And I have probably hundreds of them, and I got them on Amazon. They're awesome. They're really, really cool little graphics, like, you know, old Z's. We got some Porsches with bronze wheels. I was actually going to sticker bomb my laptop. This laptop is a cheap laptop, so I'm just going to sticker bomb the whole front of it while I'm talking. So it might distract you, but I do have my list pulled up as well. So we are going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to have links, and I have discount codes for some of these items. In full transparency, some of these items I do have affiliate programs with, but I also like these products. I don't just do it just because they asked me to sell something. I've actually tested them, I've used them, and I actually like them, and I give pretty honest feedback. So anyway, we're gonna jump right in, and these are in no particular order. These are just things as they came to my head as I was driving my wife's EV6 around, and we will get started. For number one, I'm going to pick, man, there's so many cool stickers. Green Porsche with bronze wheels. So this one's gonna go on first. So my number one item that I recommend, like I said, not in any particular order, is a level 2 charger. So why should you get a level 2 charger? If you're buying an EV and you attempt to live your life without a level 2 charger, you are gonna hate EV ownership in the future. And the reason I say that is charging at level 1 speeds is painful. Now, you might be in a situation where you're like, you know what, I drive maybe 30, 40 miles a week. In that case, that's fine. Don't get one. You barely ever use it. But for the majority of EV users, you need a level 2 charger. Now, the investment isn't necessarily with the EV charger. I've got a couple that I'm going to recommend. It's also with having the infrastructure put into your house. So for example, when I bought my house, I didn't have a 220 volt or 240 volt, whatever, outlet in my garage. So I had to get that installed. That was another, I think it was like $700 to $900, but it was a one-time charge, right? Like, I had it done in my garage, and now I'm always going to have an EV charger. Over time, it's going to pay for itself, and then you have to buy the charger itself. Now, when I bought mine, I bought the wall box, and I'll recommend the ones that I did. The wall box was very pricey at the time, and there wasn't many good options out there. Wall box was a good one, so I bought that. But ever since then, there's been a slew of them that have popped up in the marketplace. There's a lot of junk that comes from overseas. Those are the ones that I recommend. So I get a level 2 charger because you get about, I don't know, 9 to 10 times faster charging. So that's my recommendation. Get a level 2 charger, get that infrastructure put into your house, because you're gonna thank yourself later on for it. Number 2, let's pick a sticker. I am a sucker for an old Z, so I'm going to go with the Z that I showed earlier. So I'm going to stick this one right overlapping it right there. Okay, so number 2, a streaming box or a wireless adapter for Android Auto. So you might buy a car that has wireless Android Auto or Apple Carplay, but the EV6 doesn't, and I'm pretty sure the EV9 does not either. I haven't confirmed that yet because they're still just rolling out and I haven't paid enough attention. But you need wireless Android Auto, and also with EVs, you spend some time charging your car, right? So if you're out and about and you're charging your car, or if you have kids, a streaming box is a really good option. The interfaces look really good on these cars already. However, they lack functionality, obviously for legal reasons, and I get it. I'm not saying that you should get a streaming box and watch Netflix while you're driving down the road, but there are times where it would be nice to have Netflix or YouTube or Disney Plus or Hulu or anything like that. And there's boxes that you plug into the USB port and give you all those apps and access to those apps. And I've used 2 of them. There's a Magic Box, which is a nice premium option, and there's a lot of features of the Magic Box. You can do some research yourself. That one I definitely recommend. And then the one I just did a review on, it's a little bit cheaper than the Magic Box. It's called the Smart Box AI, made by One Car Radio. They were nice enough to send me one. I do have a discount code with them, so you can check that one out, and you can check out my review for that one as well. It gets the job done. It's a no frills. It's got all the apps. You can download Google Play Store apps. So if you have a Google account, you can basically get any app that's available on Android, but it does use Apple CarPlay. So your car has to be Apple CarPlay wired capable. You plug the box in, it mimics the interface onto Apple CarPlay. So you can have whatever phone you want, but your car does use Apple CarPlay to create the interface, and it is its own interface that has all the apps like Netflix, and I've used it. It works great. I don't use it all the time, but I do use it when the time calls for it. So definitely get a streaming box, because I do think that those things are very helpful. Number 3. So actually, I'm a sucker for, I guess this is an old Toyota. I think it's an AE86. It's blaspheme that I don't know this, but I'm pretty sure that's an AE86. This one, I'm going to kind of overlap. I don't want to cover too much of the Z up. There you go. Number 3, floor mats. This is a must for me for any car. I don't like carpeted floor mats in the first place. I don't think they look that great unless you get really premium ones. But even then, I just don't like all the stuff getting stuck in them. So I always get all weather or all season mats, whatever you want to call it. My go-to has been 3D mats. I've been an affiliate with them for a long time. You can go check out whatever they have for your car. I've had their EV6 ones for a very long time now, almost 2 years, and they're so good. They still look so good. I got them for my Mercedes E400. I've had them in my Audi S4. I had them in my Golf R. I absolutely love 3D mats. There's a lot of options out there. You can go to Amazon, type in mats, and you'll find 400 other ones that might be slightly cheaper, but 3D mats has always been premium to me a little bit. And there's competition like WeatherTech and things like that, but 3D mats is the way to go. Lux mats is a big one that a lot of people like. If you want something a little bit more rugged but looks very OEM because the color is so nice and it's a very clean finish, 3D mats is the way to go. If you want something a little bit more showy, a little bit more soft, comfortable, those kind of things, Lux mats is a good option, but I've never actually used Lux mats. I would also get cargo mats. There is a cargo mat with the back seat coverage available, and I've done a review on it, and the review is right here. You can go get these. There's also a discount code that I have for these. These are awesome. My review shows it all. Like, I threw stuff at them. They're so nice, because now, like, I don't have them in my E400 Mercedes wagon, and I can't stand it because I can see scratches everywhere already. But with the EV6, with these cargo liner as well as the back seat cover, it protects the whole back of the car, and it's awesome. So I would definitely recommend those, and they are right here. Sorry, sticker for that one. I am a sucker for a Civic because my first tuner car was a Honda Civic. I had a 96 Civic DX, and I did all sorts of stuff to it. I bought a Buddy Club body kit off of eBay, and now you're talking 2001, when eBay was still not that credible. Fast and Furious was just becoming a thing. So I feel like I was in the forefront of racing my car out. Number 5, FitCam or a Dashcam. So why FitCam? I absolutely love FitCam, and I'm so excited because I actually just got the FitCam for my E400 as well, and I'm doing a review on it right now. So if you're not aware, yes, there's millions of Dashcams out there, right? There's millions of them with different features. What I love about FitCam is they specifically engineer and design them to look like your car came with that camera. So it replaces the little center console right above behind your mirror, adds a camera into it. The one for the EV6 is absolutely awesome, and I actually just installed the one for my E400, and it looks factory. It's so good. I will say that I wish they would release a version with like a speedometer and even GPS. They don't have those options yet, but if you're just looking for a no frills dash cam with really good picture quality and a really, really good app, and you can check out my review here. Really, really good app, so you can actually download clips onto your phone. You can change the resolution on your phone, all those kind of things. You also don't want anything to look aftermarket on your windshield. FitCam is the way to go because it wires right into the wiring that already exists in your car. There's no tucking of wires, there's no hiding wires, there's no cable running down to an outlet or anything like that. It looks like it's factory, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that. You can see a picture right here. Otherwise, just get a dash cam. I don't know why people in the US have such a weird thing about dash cam. Get a dash cam, tuck the wires. That's what I did first, but just get one. Get a good one that shows license plates pretty easily, because it will save your butt in an insurance fraud claim or anything like that. People say, I've never needed one. Well, you don't need one until you need one, and I've needed it 2 or 3 times now, and it's paid off. So get a dash cam. Number 6, tint. So why a tint? It's not just aesthetic, right? So with an EV, you have to think about the fact that a lot of your efficiency comes from using your air conditioner and your heater. So the higher you use those, the more your battery is going to drain, right? So what I learned is with EVs, just get a ceramic tint. Like, Yes, you can get a normal tint and get something that's a little bit better. It's better than not having anything, but get a ceramic or a nano ceramic. And I say that because those reject so much heat and so much infrared that it keeps your cabin cooler. So you're honestly just going to use the AC and heater less. Now, yes, the difference might be immeasurable. You'll probably barely ever notice the savings on it, but it also looks really good. So just do it. Tint is a very important thing to me, I think, from a functionality perspective and an aesthetics perspective. Also security. I didn't have a tint on my E400 for the first 2 months I had the car, first month I had the car. And I hated it because you could just see in the car. Now I didn't carry anything expensive in the car, but I still don't want people being able to see everything in my car. Like if I leave my phone or something like that in there. Tint is security, it's performance, and it's looks. So get a tint. I would highly recommend nano ceramic or a ceramic tint. Oh, forgot to do a sticker for that one. Let's do a big winged S2000. So I'm not a big fan of big wings. However, I like big wings with wide body cars that are heavily modified. And this is the perfect example of it. And if you want another perfect example of it, check out Colored in Lights Miata, who has a giant wing on his NC Miata, but it looks so good because it has a wide body kit on it, aggressive wheels, aggressive body kit, and man, I love it. So where were we? Number 7. So Tesla to J1772 adapter. So why would you need this? Now Tesla's rolling out CCS chargers in some of their infrastructure, right? So you might not need this all the time. However, if you're traveling and you need to get to a destination charger, let's say a hotel, a Tesla destination charger, and I've done videos on this one as well, you can just use this adapter to plug into the Tesla destination charger and plug it into your car. And it might save you. It might save you a hassle of looking for a charger while you're on a road trip. Now you might not always need it, but it's definitely nice to have in your car itself. The EV6s came with a V2L adapter, meaning you can now take the battery port in the back, you plug in this adapter, and it gives you an outlet. I've used it. I did a video on doing a VR setup in the middle of a construction site to show its use off. So if you didn't get one of those, you might not need it. There is an outlet on the inside of the car that you can also use, but it's a nice to have, especially if you're going to go camping, you're going to go outdoors, or if you're going to go do like a tailgate or anything like that. It's nice to have this adapter. There's multiple options available now. I use the Kia one and I have Electron one, and I'll link them right here, and you do get a discount with the Electron one, and it's cheaper than the Kia one. There's that, and for that one I need a sticker. You know what? I'll do the good classic Beamer. We're going to do this one. Okay, so where are we at now? We are down to, if you are a EV6 owner and EV6 owner, you probably want to get a battery jumper kit. And I talked about this in my 1-year video because the EV6 is known for its battery to not be sufficient enough. So batteries have been going out, they're overused, things like that. So I immediately bought one of those Amazon big charging like jump starter kits, and I've had it. I've actually haven't had to use it on my EV6, but I have saved my sister's butt one time on finding her and giving her a jump start on her car. So these things are just nice to have in general if you're an automotive user. So just check this one out. There's many options in here. All right, so number 8 or 9, and this is the Screen ProTech screen protectors. Now, I was a big skeptic. I was like, I don't need a screen protector. The car looks fine. It looks pretty scratch resistant, everything like that. Until I used the Screen Protect matte finish. I liked the gloss one. Don't get me wrong. The gloss looked really nice and it made it feel really premium, but the matte just makes it look so cool. And we still have it. It shows 0 signs of wear. They're a really easy install. I'm an affiliate with them. You do get a discount. They're the only ones that I found that make the material in such a nice finish, and also the cuts are really, really good. So super easy to install. So you can check out my video for that here. And like I said, this is not just from an aesthetic perspective, but functionally these protect your screen quite a bit, because God, I would hate to replace those screens if anything did ever happen. But also it makes it look completely brand new. But with the matte finish, it just gives it this very premium look. I love it. Like I can't not have it at this point. Until you actually see it, it doesn't make sense on why you would need it. And I was a big skeptic until I got it. And I was like, okay, these are cool. So that one deserves a sticker, and we are going to go American Muscle. All right, so moving on to a few other small things. Good USB cables. Now I see posts all the time about, hey, my CarPlay doesn't stick around, like it keeps on shutting off, or my Google doesn't, stay on, and Android Auto keeps on disappearing, things like that. And a lot of times it's just a USB cable. Anker makes really good cables. There's some that are just proven to be a lot better than some of the cheap ones that you can buy like at gas stations or, Ross or something like that. Or even Amazon's got some really crappy ones. So just got a good high-speed USB cable with a lot of flexibility and a lot of protection on it. So get a good set of USB cables for whatever phone you're using, wireless And on the EV6, the adapter, if you're not using a wireless adapter like I mentioned earlier, the USB port is USB-A, I believe, the old flat one that comes on most laptops. So you do need one side to be that, and then USB-C or Lightning on the other side, depending on what phone you have. A couple other things that I recommend from a protection perspective: cargo cover. The EV6 does not come with a cargo cover. Now, I'm guilty. I haven't justified the cost for it because my tint is dark enough for me to not worry about it that much. However, I highly recommend getting a cargo cover. Every car that I've had that has a hatch or a wagon has had a cargo cover, and I still recommend getting one. So there's a bunch of options right here on Amazon. Everything's gonna be linked down below as well. Really, that's it. That's where we come down to. These are just some of the things that I think make your daily life better. Now I can go into a list of things that you should get on top of that, like mud flaps and front lip aesthetic, like get new suspension, things like that, but that's not necessary. I'm not saying any of these things are necessary either, but I just think these things make your life a little bit easier. Now, this might be an obvious list to a person who's owned these cars for a long time, but it might not be for somebody who's just getting into them or is like kind of dabbling in the world of, EVs or even just cars in general. Anyway, I hope this list helps. And it's Christmas time, so go buy yourself some stuff. Everything that I've talked about is going to be down below, linked on Amazon or through the affiliate program that I have. So please make sure, if you are going to purchase it because of this video, if I have the affiliate program, I'd appreciate it if you used it. Otherwise, you can use the Amazon link. We're going to wrap this up with, I believe, a Lexus IS300. I used to love these things, and I dream of the day that I can find an IS300 wagon in manual in that yellow color that they had. And I hate yellow cars, but for some reason the Audi V6 S4 and the IS300 in yellow just works for me. I hope you enjoyed my sticker bombing, and I'm actually going to finish this after this video. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate all the partnership over the last couple years now. And stay tuned for my EV6 2-year video on how I still feel about that car. So thanks, everybody. I'll see you next time. And happy holidays. Whatever you celebrate, happy holidays. Enjoy your time. And if you have any comments or other recommendations, post them in the comments below. Bye.